As you may know, tonight Brunswick County was the center of attention as the energy world looked on to see what they would decide about offshore drilling in the Cape Fear, as one of the big stories we're following. The state and a majority of coastal counties have passed resolutions opposing seismic testing and drilling off the coast, but the Brunswick County-Commission sits neutral on the issue, and tonight commissioners voted 4-1 to not take up the offshore drilling issue, which means they will remain neutral. And not everyone was happy. From outside, dozens gathered to protest against offshore drilling, as you can see, and also seismic testing around Brunswick County's coast. Oceana Brunswick Environmental Action Team joined Indivisible Women to make their concerns against it known. They actually went inside, too, into the commission chambers. Now, many protesters call the commission's decision disgraceful. But not everyone was against it. One of the key aspects of this issue is how bringing oil rigs to our coast would affect local fishing. While the North Carolina Fisheries Association, who represent the state's commercial fishing industry, decided at its February board meeting that it has no opposition to, quote, keeping the options open about offshore energy exploration. This comes in response to Governor Roy Cooper fighting to stop drilling off of our coast.
There's been some comments made by the governor and stuff, you know, how detrimental it would be to the commercial fishermen and everything, but we burn a lot of diesel and gas, so, you know, we're not close to the idea of looking at it.
Brunswick Environmental Action Team's Pete Key says offshore drilling is not worth the risk. He said that 14 of 17 Brunswick County municipalities are against offshore drilling. And also new tonight, Brunswick County leaders passed a new tethering rule. They will allow it with some restrictions across the county. Now, county commissioners unanimously approved the new rules that will allow dogs over 6 months of age to be tethered outside. Now, the restraints must allow a dog to move 10 from the anchor point, and it cannot be a choke type collar. These rules will not affect dogs who are used for hunting or either sporting purposes. And new at 11, we also learned tonight that Brunswick County leaders want the State Department of Environmental Quality to put a cease and desist order on Comores. Now, the county follows New Hanover leaders who passed a similar resolution. The resolution asked the NCDOQ to demand Comores at their Fayetteville worksite to stop all production of products that lead to the chemical compound byproduct, Gen-X. Commissioners also approved to send a letter and called the department to further push the agenda on their request for production to stop.